My initial experience with the criminal justice system was poor, so poor that it prevented me from taking any further action. The crime that I'd reported was historic, so when two male police officers appeared at my house, they came into my living room and handed me paperwork to fill in. They asked me questions such as what was I wearing at the time, when had this happened specifically, what had I been doing. These questions were hard to answer because I didn't remember separate incidents, the clothing that I'd been wearing, and I didn't understand why it mattered. I worried that I would be made out to be the liar, even though I knew what I was saying was true. I worried that the police would not see me because I was not a shaking, sobbing victim. I worried that if I went through with it all the way to the end and I stood in a courtroom and heard someone say that person was innocent, that would make me the guilty one, because if they were innocent, then did that mean by default that I was the liar? Even though I chose not to pursue my case and didn't go to the specialist interview, the woman that was meant to take my secondary statement contacted me to say that if I ever changed my mind, she would still be there and she would be waiting to hear my story. And that made me feel like I was important. I struggled because I didn't understand why I had let it happen, why I had let it carry on for so long. I struggled because I still cared about my abuser. I still believed that they had loved me, or that maybe I had loved them. Maybe because I hadn't fought or shouted or screamed, that made it my fault. I just needed someone to sit there and listen and understand, and I needed them to tell me this did not make me pathetic. This did not make me weak. It just made me a human being, because feelings were complicated and what had happened was difficult. What I needed was someone to ask me, "What do you need?" And then I needed them to stay while I told them exactly what that was. I'd want someone supporting a survivor to remember that we're all individuals, and that my worst might not be someone else's worst, that what I can live with, someone else might not live through. I want you to know that my story is just my story, and it just matters that it's heard.